AnneFrank, a dream come true. It is tried to demonstrate as in spite of the adversities, it is possible to reach the dreams and the goals as it is the case of AnneFrank. Although controversies exist to this day, it must be said because the evidence, documentaries, and testimonies so indicate that Anne Frank is universally known by the diary she wrote in the Second World War. For more than 2 years, she and her family managed to hide with 7 more people in the back house of the building located on the Channel Prison Garage, number 263 in Amsterdam. But someone told them the Nazis sent them to the concentration camps. In 1933, Hitler comes to power in Germany and has only 4 years. The Nazi followers of Hitler blame the Jews for the bad economic situation in the country. Apart from the Jews in the Germany are not sure gypsies, disabled blacks, homosexuals. That is why the French moved to Amsterdam, where they feel comfortable. Anne goes to school and has friends. But in 1940, the Germans invaded Holland in 5 days. The Germans conquered and occupied the country. The same things that happened in Germany are also give Holland. Life is difficult for Jews. Special rules are enacted that marginalized Jews anti-Jewish measures deprive them of many rights and freedoms. They must wear a Star of David. They must deliver their bicycle. They cannot travel in Transvia, not in France, and four acquaintances hide in the building where the OPECTA company of Otto Frank works. They remain locked for more than 2 years. And reads and writes in her diary, recording the daily events that happen in the shelter. This describes her family, the other members, their friends, their love, the future, registers her fears. She does not lose her hope. On August 4, 1944, Higgins police broke into the shelter. They had been betrayed the upper house, as others say. It was just a coincidence. Reportedly, those were not seeking refuge trials, but people who trafficked with food tickets. The agents take them and send them to the concentration camps. And Frank dies of illness and starvation in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp, a fatal destination that also had more than 6 million Jews. The diary of Anne Frank can be analyzed from different points of view because version representing a testimony of the thousands that exist of the violation of human rights that they represent repression, discrimination, humiliation, and death of millions of Jews in the hands of the greatest murderer in the world, Adolf Hitler, who also be the greatest shame of humanity, also live as the achievement of an achievement which ends set out in the midst of difficulties. For one writer was a great pleasure living to see that her goal was to be a great writer and an inspiration that he finally has achieved. Against her reputation, there was the fact of being a girl without any experience and the particular circumstances of seeing her free locomotion under her sanctity of a war she did not know when she could finish and if she could survive it. In their favor, the unwavering desire to achieve what has been proposed and the hope of a natural talent to write. On March 28, 1944, extraordinary news arrives in the back house from London. Minister Bolkestein announces on Radio Orange that once the war is over, a collection of diaries and other important documents will be made to preserve the story for posterity of the Jewish people during World War II. Everyone thinks right away about Hannah Jerry and also think it is a good idea. In his diary, he says, I imagine how is interesting it would be to publish a novel about the house behind. The title would give to think that it is a detective novel. In May 1944, the idea of the novel takes of the appearance of tyrannys. Finally, after mature reflection, I have begun to write my back house. My mind is already finished as it may be, but in reality, it will take me a little longer to finish it if I ever finish it. Anne immediately gets to the right his and calls it the house behind. So her conviction grows that she must do something with her writing skills after the war. Her great dream is to become a journalist and later a famous writer. And if it turns out that she does not have enough talent to write books. Toward the 20th of May of 1944, AnneFrank undertakes seriously the writing of its books. In the brief period prior to the arrest of hiding ones of August 4, 1944, he rewrites a large part of his original diary in loose sheets. It is often a small modification of the text, but sometimes it omits entire fragments that is considered too intimate. All the letters in the diary are addressed to Kitty, her imaginary friend. The last loose sheet written by AnneFrank takes the date of March 29, 1944. The diary of AnneFrank family, thanks to his father Otto Frank, is published in Holland on June 25, 1947, with the title The House of Back, of which millions of copies have been sold, converting the dream and goal of AnneFrank in reality.